Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another LEGO Super Mario unboxing. This is the Reznors Knockdown. Trying to get a better view of this because it's such a friggin' big box. But this is one of the Series 3 sets. We're going to jump in. We'll take a look at one of the definitely expansion. Really does what the third expansion is doing, is playing on the fact is that you can get Luigi. There's lots of stuff you can do with 2 players. But it also does to recreate one of my favorite gaming moments in Super Mario World, where you get to fight the Reznors. Which, if you're not familiar who they are these little Triceratops looking guys. So you can pop one of those off. So yeah, these guys are really cool. It's kind of funny because I think generally, if I remember correctly, even though it's just one of my favorite things, but if I remember correctly, is that there's usually 3 of them. And this has a windmill with 4 spots, and you only get 2 of them, so it's kind of a little different. But I love that this one has a little fireball in there, little flames in his mouth. Then they have their little symbol on the top that shows their name, or their picture. They step right on there, and then conversely, the other one just opens his mouth. Otherwise, they're the same thing. Yeah, it's also cool. I love how every time I buy a new set, they have all these new mechanics and everything, and this is no exception. So here, yeah, trying to get this all in one shot here. See if I can adjust my camera back a little bit more. You can see my other Legos in the back. There's Bowser hanging out back there. Yeah, so it's a giant like windmill. Alright, now let's just look at some of the features here.
Lego Mario time!
It's me, Mario. So we're gonna have the little thing he can. There's a new pipe, which I'm gonna look at in just a moment. But I'm going to show off some of the other features quick, that way I don't have to do both. And I'll show you why. So we're going to have this little spinny gear here. Let's do this. Oh. Yeah, so we get this little platform here that Mario lands on. And then it starts a thing. So what happens is now, when you spin Mario, it turns the windmill, which is really cool. So that way, he gains points for doing it, of course. And that puts different things in different spots. So then now you can play as just Mario by himself, line things up, or
Lego Luigi time!
if we bring Luigi in here. So now what we can see here is, try and focus on these things kind of one at a time a little bit. There's this little jumper thing here. So you have a question mark block, which he stands on, he can't activate. But what can happen is the other guy can jump on top of that. Activate it for him. And then he falls off. So then the other thing they can do is zoom back out, and we'll rotate this a little bit more. How are we going to get to these Reznors? So on this side, we have this cool little extra contraption. Throw Luigi on there. When we pull him back, it knocks him off, which is really cool. Now that he's knocked off, Mario can bounce on him. 3, 4. It takes 5 hits. These guys actually take a little bit decent amount of hits. They're not just like 2-hit enemies. That's probably why they made the horns flip down, so it's easier to run into them. But you can knock them off that way. So it's really neat. Again, you can line Mario up and just have him jump over and do it himself. Or you can have him do it. What's also cool is this piece snaps off, so like you could put it somewhere else, or maybe attack it somewhere else if you had another piece like that. But yeah, it's kind of neat. Just keeps it there. I love the little feature of that. Alright, so then we're going to come back to Mario. He's going to twist this some more. So lower a platform for Luigi to stand on. And now we can twist it. We're going to move Luigi up to the top. And now that he's at the top, we got a toad up there. Now Luigi hops off. And I'm not sure if you could hear him say that, but
Mamma mia. It's me again. Let's go.
little talk boxes. The first time he does it, they always ask, "Are you okay?" Which is really cool. So we got a new toad. I'm gonna zoom that back out for a minute. So like the other toads, they don't have little symbols themselves for Mario to talk to. They have little switches, which this is what his is going to look like. Trying to little talk bubble. Yeah, the first time you do it, like anything else, the first time you usually do it, they do something and they interact with it again. It takes a while for it to reset. It's kind of neat because not only is it a blue toad, he's got a shock face. He's also got the stepping forward foot. Like the Goombas started to do, but he has a different base than the Goombas. So that's pretty cool. It's not just another toad. So that would give us 3 different colored toads. We have the red one, the pink one, and the blue one now. Alright, so before we look at the pipe, we got one other thing to look at, which is attached to this over here. Which you can have attached. I'm going to detach it just so we can look at it a little bit better. And we have a Growl. Alright, so Growl, which is one of the other things. So they had them on the side, over off to the side, so you can kind of like walk over and get to them. But I'm just going to bring them. This is just a neat little thing like that. So what you can do is have Luigi on one side. Mario on the other side. You get a bunch of coins when you hit him enough times to defeat him, like that. He doesn't have any other, like, hitbox. He's just got a little symbol that shows his picture. But he doesn't have, like, a general health bar. But he's really neat, too, because he rotates through there, but his space always turns, too. Alright, so there's that. Then the final thing we have, I'm going to pop it off. So we have a brand new pipe. So this is a timed coin pipe. What makes this really different than the other pipes is, so we have our standard green pipe, which just gives us 60 seconds to get through. And you go through, we've had a speed pipe, which gives us 30 seconds, which is the other yellow pipe. Kind of neat if they would have made just a third different color for that reason. And then if you get the airship, we do have another starting pipe too, which is like the cannon, which is a little bit different, just to simulate you fighting the airship. So this is a coin pipe, which adds an entirely new way to play the game. So we're gonna have Luigi's just gonna hang out in the water here. Mario's gonna jump on that. When it does, it gives us 50 coins. Now what it wants us to do is earn 50 coins as fast as possible. Then every time you earn a coin, it takes it off of there. So if we beat like one of these Reznors up here. Oh, so it didn't count for Luigi for some reason. Be brought down to 42. It might be because I don't have them synced. And then you have to have Luigi hop in, crank the question mark block over. Ooh. Oh, let's bring the grinder guy over here. Down to 8 coins. Let's have Mario spin a few more times. Oh, and then now he scored it. Gives us a flag. Took me 144 seconds. So it's kind of a neat little timer game that you can play then. You can set up your courses however you want, whether it's just this course, or if you want to set up a bunch of brand new courses. But rather than timing yourself for 60 seconds to see if you can get through the course, you know, it's to see if you can get enough coins. Which is really fun. Then you can mix and match it with other things. Have more question mark box, have some of the coin blocks in there, maybe have the coin blocks hidden behind the puzzles. And some of the puzzles kind of like to have the stuff with you have to hit the 3 red keys to unlock stuff, or like inside like the treasure chest, or hidden behind underneath one of the enemies is one of the coin blocks. Different various things to make you have to try and work for it. Yeah, so that's actually a pretty fun extra little thing. The mechanics for this tower are really cool because there's all these gears that run up. They run into the pole. That little flippy thingy there, so that way it's not a regular gear. It actually hits like a flippy panel thing that then pushes it. So I connected. Oh, it's telling me to turn on my tablet. I was trying to see how I get them if I run them both at the same time. Might have to put the tablet on to get them into paired mode. Yeah, so they're on separate coins right now. Yep, so they're doing separate coins. So that's actually kind of a different thing. I think if you had them paired together, then they might run off the same number of coins. But there we go. That's the Reznors takedown. Is that what it was called? Yep, Reznors knockdown. Alright, so that's what we got there. Yeah, a bunch of cool and interesting things. Some new enemies, some new platforms. You could put other guys, probably put other guys up on these platforms as well, where the Reznors are. Swap out somebody else there if you want. I suppose conceivably you could put a different thing inside the question mark block if you want a different block there, like a timer block or something. You could definitely switch up if you're the person who wants to like really mess with how the things are laid out and not just play them the normal. But lots of different, a little bit different connectivity. Because you could pop the RAM off, like I said. That's what I like about it, is you could pop this off and you could add it somewhere else using to hit something else. And the scroll thing is completely separate, so it's not all stuck together as one giant unit. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.